I'm gonna be talking about both anime and manga, so if you don't want to be spoiled, click off now or forever hold your peace. Am I saying you should watch it? Yeah, watch it. I recommend this anime if you've lost the will to live and really want to feel something. I don't recommend this to anyone who has a weak stomach and looking for good writing. I think this anime is best viewed drinking with friends so you can see their reactions. Watch the uncensored version. The only reason why I'm gonna be showing the censored versions is because I'm too lazy to put censors in myself. 12 episodes, but each episode is 3 minutes long if you don't count the intro and outro. I honestly like the intro, it gores hard. Pun. I like my music with fast drum beats. This anime reminds me of when Human Centipede 1 and 2. Anybody remember those movies? I haven't watched 3 yet, I heard it was a shit show. Like, these were the movies where you show to your friends and you dare them to watch it, or else they'll get small dicks. Like, you have the right to tell them to everybody, to everyone in class that, hey guys, they didn't watch Human Centipede 1 and 2, they got small dicks. And you're laughing your ass off the next day because they now curse you with every breath that's left of them. They could have stopped at any time, but they can't because they didn't want anyone to say that they got small dicks. I miss those playful insults and people just fucking around with each other. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel about this anime. It's just like, it's just fucking around with the viewer, you know? Episode 1. It starts with little sister calling for her big brother. What's with that thing on his eye? Never answered, but whatever. She says she wants to walk home with him. She says, aight, wait for me at the park? Why make her wait at the park? Why not here inside the school like the cafeteria? Somewhere that makes sense? Why the park? So we see her walk past a hot mama wearing a hat, carrying a cat. Hot hat says to little sister to go home immediately or the red butterflies will find you. What? Does she say this to every person who walks past her? Little sister's like, duh. Then shockingly we see a red butterfly. She says, such big butterflies, so she ignored Hot Hat's warning? Makes sense, who'd believe a stranger? Then a dog appears looking all hurt, then turns into something that attacks little sister. The camera shows Big Brother with some random stranger walking. Then we see little sister on the ground. I guess random stranger doesn't want anything to do with either of them. Not my business. Then we see little sister get slapped. Which she physically turns due to the force of the slap. Fucking hilarious. Home run slap. Then we see Glasses Guy. He says, who do you think you are? I don't know. The anime hasn't introduced anyone properly at all. We just know that little sister is gonna wait for Big Brother at the park. Great character writing. Big Brother shouts little sister's name in the hopes of waking her up. Then something comes out of her, which then cuts to her holding a bear. She says, your stuffing is spilling out. Thanks, Captain Obvious. And Bear's like, that makes 2 of us. Then we see an explosion of blood. Gotta censor this because copyright is weird. Then we see her eyes turn yellow and her skin turn red. More blood exploding. We see Big Brother horrified, little sister asking, why is he looking at me like that? She realizes that she don't look too good. Then a teddy bear and butterfly. We finally see little sister's monster form and the episode ends. What the fuck was that shit? Episode 2, we begin with an explosion of Big Bro's dad beating his mom a lot, and mom just endured. Then he would beat up Big Bro and little sis. The two could only wait for time to pass. I guess child protective services are a foreign thing to these guys, but yeah, that thing is scary in reality. Some prefer to silently endure, hoping the violence would end. But at least the anime showed the harsh reality of abused children. Not talking about it does not make it not exist. Good job, anime, you did something. Hooray. Dad and mom got a divorce and mom played around with young guys. Then she stopped coming home too, very traumatic, etc. If that's the case, who was the one that paid for their tuition, living expenses, school expenses, food, water, basic necessities needed for one to live? Hot Hat says that this won't be easy to clean up, which tells the audience that she knows a lot about this monster thing and that this is simply a Tuesday for her. She introduces herself. Her name is Maria. No, not her. A researcher, and that's all she wrote. Then we see a group that is carrying away the bodies. Big Bro's like, what the hell is that thing? Hot Hat says, sorry dude, but you gotta forget your sister. We'll handle her. Big Bro's like, no, she's important to me. Then she says, I'd prove it then. Big Bro approaches Monster. Monster thinks, aw man, I killed someone. Delicious though. 10 over 10 would do it again. He calls for her and we see her tear up. He touches her face and reassures her that she is her precious little sister no matter what. What? Monster says, I'm so happy. It looks like things are gonna be A-okay. Oh wait, typo there. I meant to say, she bites Big Bro on the shoulder, blood explosion, and the episode ends. Episode 3, we see Hot Hat do nothing, then monster devouring Big Bro. Then cut to some buildings, a realistic commercial for a live mutilation of fish. Is that really necessary? I guess it'd be absolutely terrifying for people who are afraid of fish guts. Then we see Dad in the ad and says, even you would abandon your sister if you were backed into a corner? Is that the tagline for that fish ad just now? Fish guts, so disgusting you'll abandon your family. Then we see little sis just standing around looking worried in the middle of a busy crowd. Of all the dramatic things you could do, you just had to do it in a busy crowd and disturb everyone with your problem. She sounds like my ex. She's like, that's not true. Why is she back to normal? I don't know. I'm just having a bad dream. It'll end once I wake up. Teddy says, then you'll eat him again? You'll kill Big Bro again? She remembers her monster form and says she doesn't want to remember that. How do you paradoxically and literally do and not do that? My mind can't comprehend that. She cries and says that her body craves the thing that's disgusting, seeing people and thinking they look delicious. She falls to her knees enduring her insatiable hunger while some unknown passerby just pass her by. Somehow, Big Bro appears out of nowhere and hugs her from behind. She can't believe that Big Bro is still alive. Me too, what the fuck just happened? Why is he still alive? He says, don't worry, I'll protect you, while disturbing traffic. They are literally disturbing the public. Arrest them, traffic enforcer. Wait just a sec. Since these two are causing traffic, are they traffic enforcers? Cut to a playground and cut to someone on a bench while the sound of moaning slowly increases. Oh god. In the public bathroom, which is off limits. Wait, a public bathroom that is off limits? How many paradoxes are we gonna get in this episode alone? We see little sis on top of Big Bro while there's some brownish liquids on the floor. It honestly looks like shit stains. It's gross. The Hey Scat fans wanna see some shit? Then we see little sis eat her Big Bro alive. The sounds here are disgusting. His painful moans, her crunching of flesh. He says sorry and he's like, it's fine. Then we see Cat from Hot Hat. Turns out Cat has a camera installed in its eye. He continues to say, I'm a monster now too. The blood looks like literal shit if I'm being honest. Then the episode ends. Okay, episode 4, we see Hot Hat seeing camera, Cat seeing little sis eat Big Bro. Then a flashback, I think. Little sis isn't sure what had happened. Hot Hat puts a cloth around her. Then we see a lot of shit stains. I will now refer to blood as shit stains. Some guy says that the cleanup crew came. Little sis somehow sees Big Bro even though he's encased in a body bag. How did she know that that was him? Imagine if that was someone else. Oh my god, Big Bro. Actually, that's your Big Bro over there. Oops, that would have been awkward. Hot Hat says, don't worry about it. We'll handle his body. Remember eating him as he told you he loved you? Wait, what? Oh my god, I hope in a sibling way. Despite being a monster, she says, he died. Hot Hat corrects her. He didn't die. He was killed by you. I agree with her. Dead and being killed are two different things. She hugs the body bag as she cries even though I still don't know if that's actually Big Bro or not. At least have a zipper part open or something like that. Then cut to Hot Hat talking to someone on the phone saying to keep an eye on Big Bro. As she says this, she hears her men getting killed. She hurriedly goes to the experiment room to see everyone but Big Bro alive. He's like, what did you do to little sis? She attacks him with a scalpel and it cuts his arm, then it quickly regenerates. She says, it seems you two are infected by a mysterious virus that has powerful regenerative abilities, but the downside for these abilities is an insatiable hunger for humans called the Pupa virus. Hey, she said the title of the anime. He says little sis might become a monster again. He angrily says, I'm not gonna let you people toy with my little sis. Do you have to shout? She's literally meters away from you. She then says, will you let your little sis eat you then? He's like, what? She's like, can you allow her to eat bits of your body for the rest of your life? And he's like, yes I can. Then a memory of Dad saying, you and I have got some blood flowing through our veins. Everyone alive has got some blood flowing through their veins. What are you talking about? He's like, I'm not gonna be like my old man. Okay, since your old man hasn't let anyone eat him alive. The next thing you could think of to not be like your old man is to let yourself get eaten. Great job. This guy's a genius. Then I cut to two teddy bears representing Big Bro and little sis saying he'll be there for her. Then the episode ends. What the hell? Episode 5, we see teddy bears, but one has something weird in it. A narration that says, inside my belly, that monster grew bigger. Then Dad says, little sis, what the hell are you? Is that Mom? Okay, I guess. She's fretting on what to do. I have to get an abortion before anything happens to Big Bro. Why? Then lightning comes out from her stomach and it's gone. She says, was that the monster's way of saying it won't let me? Oh, I get it. She's got a monster in her and wants it to be aborted. How did it get there in the first place? After Big Bro turned 1, Mom gave birth to little sis, the monster. She takes Big Bro away from little sis. Where's Dad during all of this? From the moment she was born, she already had all her teeth? Okay. Is this a special kind of kid? You know, one of them gifted ones? It was as though she was declaring herself to be a monster. She stabs little sis. A lot of tissue paper was ordered that day. Then little sis started laughing and well, she's still alive while looking like a monster. Wait, this is weird. In episode 1, it was shown that little sis was attacked by a monster dog and she survived. So I assume that she got infected by the monster dog. That's why she became a monster. But now this episode is showing that little sis was a monster from the very beginning? Then what was the point of the monster dog attacking little sis? Yeah. Then we hear Dad say, you're gonna give birth to my child, aren't you? She's like, aw, look at me, so cute and full of shit stains. Then we see Mom see little sis eating a dead bird. So she was eating living creatures since she was a baby. But when she became a student like her big bro, was she still eating living creatures in secret? So she's able to eat regular human food and that was able to get her belly filled. But now that she's a monster, even though she was from the very beginning, she now has to eat people to live even though she was living perfectly normal before being attacked by the monster dog? This writing is terrible. God damn it. Well, look at the bright side. At least we don't need to overspend on groceries. Then we see Big Bro defending little sis. That drives her mad because she was only doing that to protect Big Bro. That's when she came to like pain, because when she's in pain, she knows she's not dreaming. I don't need nice friends or gentle lovers, so husband, please won't you hit me again? What? Do you want real pain? Try taking laxatives and stop yourself from shitting. If that's too advanced, try taking sleeping pills and fight the urge to sleep. So many fucking ways to feel pain. You're not creative enough. After hearing this, husband is like, let me think about it. Then the episode ends. Wow, this episode's reveal is terrible. Episode 6, we see little sis halfway there, folks. We see little sis and Big Bro looking at each other. She comes close to him, then we see his clothes on the floor. What? These guys don't know the value of clean laundry. She licks his belly. Oh god. Oh god. She then takes a bite. Oh god. The sound here is disgusting. The sounds of his painful moans, scrunching, and slimy sounds created by little sis eating Big Bro alive. Oh my god. Well, there are pseudo-sexual scenes here. I can feel my stomach turning from the inside from all the disgusting sounds, the implications, and the literal sibling cannibalism being shown here. All the while, little sis continually says Oni-chan, which Yurin has found a rival of one who says Oni-chan the most. So she's eating his back and he's biting so hard on the cloth it makes a shit stain. Okay. More awkward scenes. We see him in unbelievable pain and anguish. Thanks, Sensor Light. We see her biting off chunks of his flesh. I had to pause a few times when I first saw this episode. I was thinking, there's no way this whole episode is just them doing this right. More awkward scenes, more shit stains flowing out, more sibling nutrition, more awkward scenes, more sibling nourishment, more painful moans, more flowing shit stains, more dick shriveling scenes. Teddy accumulated a lot of shit stains. She takes a breather, then we see Big Bro look dead. Probably fainted from the pain, but he can't die though, which is fucking scary. I got a question. Since Big Bro has a quick healing power, what would happen if you dropped him in the middle of the ocean? He's gonna drown, which will kill him, right? Or he'll still live, but will forever feel the feeling of being this close to drowning? How would that work? Will he die from drowning or still live but continue to drown forever? Scary thought. She wipes off the shit stains on her mouth, which did nothing. They both look at each other again, and that's where the episode ends. God, I felt sick watching that. My stomach couldn't handle it. I had to look away and pause it a few times, but I had to watch it because maybe there's something there, which sadly there isn't. Just a whole episode dedicated on the joys of the cycle of sibling sustenance. Episode 7, we're almost there, fellas. Who's this guy? He narrates that Hot Hat's sense of morality was lacking. She doesn't understand why others laugh or cry. She does have an interest about the world, like dissecting whatever that thing is. In her eyes, everything is just a guinea pig. Hot Hat says, prepare the sperm. We collected from Big Bro. What? Ew. Did you just jack him off in his sleep? As well as the egg cells from little sis? Oh my god, what the hell is this mad bitch going to do? I plan to give birth to a monster child? Well, that answers my question that I wish I never asked. Then we get a recap of little sis eating Big Bro but in Teddy form. He says, when I opened my eyes, fighting a pain that may as well have been bliss. Oh god. I saw my sister covered in blood and gorging herself on my flesh. Yep, we really needed to be reminded of that. yet for some reason she looked so sad as she ate. Why was human food from before not enough like before? We see Hot Hat in a hot tub, already pregnant? Wow, Big Bro's gist and Little Sis' egg worked fast. Some guy appears and asks if he could fondle her breast, which she then says it's a joke, and she's like, I would've let you though. Damn it, lucky bastard. He says someone is after our two heroes. She stands up and says, the Imarishin Corporation, correct? I don't know, rival company, I guess. He then pledges her loyalty to her, and we see another monster all chained up. And she's like, I think these children, oh god. So there's more than one inside her belly, are looking forward to meeting their mom and dad. Oh, gross. Fan service, side boob and nip. Also, for those that got pregnancy fetishes, I just think, how do people get turned on by this? Then the episode ends. Episode 8, we see the two leave the school, then is stopped by obvious bad guy. The censored version also censors the knife, really? So if you use a bread knife, will that get censored as well? What a strange way to censor things. The two do nothing but look scared, then we cut to some weird building. Are you serious? Big Bro and Little Sis can regenerate and they never bother to just beat him up or something? In episode 4, we can see Big Bro was able to beat up a lot of others and he can't beat up one guy? Fucking really? Obvious bad guy beats up Big Bro and Little Sis does nothing but watch? Really? There's two of you and both of you have regenerative abilities. There we go. Then we see a flashback of Dad saying, let's have some fun. Then we see Big Bro on the ground in pain with a lot of shit stains. Obvious bad guy shows his knife. Wait, why is this part uncensored? Whatever. Big Bro gets stabbed and then it's censored. What was the thought process when they censored this anime? Lots of shit stains. Obvious bad guy states the obvious that Big Bro heals. Wait, seeing them heal themselves is uncensored? Okay. He keeps beating up Big Bro and wants to see if his eyeballs will grow new ones if he cuts these out. Little Sis finally does something and charges at obvious bad guy. She's like, stop doing this please. Then a flashback of Dad holding Big Bro's hair, getting punched in the face, and Little Sis just watching. Obvious bad guy slaps the shit out of Little Sis. He says, you're worse than me since you eat your own brother when you will get hungry. Then a censor bar so long that, does that imply that obvious bad guy has a long schlong? Because I can hear him unzip his pants. He then gets kicked by Big Bro. Oh, so now you can fight sudden surge of power. He gouges one of his eyes out and Big Bro enjoys this. Little Sis is like, no. What do you mean no? Your life just got saved even though you don't need saving since you won't die anyway. Then a censor bar again? They censored a taser? Really? That's worth censoring? It knocks him out? Really? That's possible? I always thought he'd always be aware of the pain and stuff. I never would have thought a taser would actually knock someone out with regenerative abilities. Does anyone have any theory on whether or not it's possible to be knocked out even though you've got regenerative abilities? Because I'm on the side of you can't get knocked out when you have a healing ability. Then we see people covered by shadows and the episode ends. Episode 9, we see Little Sis all chained up on a chair. Then we hear Big Bro screaming from pain. More screams of agony and some other guy says to make him shut up already. Another guy says, you think we didn't give him enough anesthetic? Another guy too says, no matter how much we give him, the virus negates it. Shit, that's painful to imagine. Being operated on alive, aware, no anesthetic, yet he doesn't faint from shock. People faint from shock because of fear, emotional trauma, being eaten alive, or in this case, being operated on alive with scary fucking tools. And you all see this happening in 8K. So Little Sis is somehow able to hear those guys talking about Big Bro. That's weird. Does she have hearing powers now? Is the operating room just right next door? So we see organs that are being placed on that thing. One guy states the organs we took out have already regenerated. Stomach churning shit. Big Bro says, I think it's people who kidnap a kid and dissect him that are screwed up. When has there ever been in recorded history a kid that has healing abilities like yours? You're no longer human, dude. And didn't you say in episode 3 that you're a monster too? Now you say you're still a kid? You can't have both. Pick one. More screams of pain. I'm slowly getting used to this, which is something I never thought I'd say. One cool detail is we see her blindfold get wet from her crying so much. Really cool detail, I love it. Then we see Teddy all ready for dissecting. His stuffing is coming out of him. Lots of shit stains again. Then another Teddy all chained up. Then nothing happens. One guy says we'll ensure that the data from you two will contribute to the future of mankind. Insert edgy joke here. Then Big Bro says, you say that but you sure look like you're enjoying dissecting me. Always do your job with a smile, or so says my previous job. Little Sis now struggles to get herself free. Then they censor a chainsaw? Why? It's just a chainsaw. It's not like it's being used to... Oh wait. Well, at least censor it once it cuts Big Bro. What killjoys. The soldiers guarding little sis sees her struggling. She lets out a primal roar in her head. Then another surge of non-explained power breaks the chains, then attacks the soldiers while there are red wiggly tentacles on her back. Why didn't she do this before? Then the episode ends. Oh god, I'm almost done with this shit. Episode 10, we see little sis walking with someone's guts falling, then some soldiers running. One soldier is horrified to see dozens of other soldiers in a shit-stained heap. We see little sis still walking, devouring something. Why isn't this censored? She knows that Big Bro is hurting, but she's so hungry. Her hair moves, don't know why. There's no wind, but okay. Then we see a shit-stained fountain coming from one soldier. His upper body's completely gone, just his lower body standing. Another soldier calls his name, Yamamoto. Hey, Yamamoto. Did he really expect a guy whose upper body completely eviscerated to answer him? The military today has really lowered its standards. Then we see more shit-stains. Then it's Big Bro. Doesn't he have quick heal or something? Why is he in pain and leaving lots of blood trails? He falls to the floor, then a flashback. Is that his mom or something? But isn't she still alive and welcoming her husband to beat her up in episode 5? What? We see White Dress hug Big Bro and says, "Wake up, shithead." He wakes up and see nothing. Then the episode ends. Oh god, 2 more episodes. Episode 11, we see a flashback of Big Bro protecting little sis from dad. He says, "You gonna protect her? Don't make me laugh, you dumbass." Then a cigarette, a sensor light, and we don't even get to see it touch his skin, damn it. We see lots of dead soldiers though. Oh, even medical men are covered in shit stains. We see him out of breath again. Why? He stands up to see little sis. Well, that's convenient. She's like, "I've killed so many people the moment I emerged from my cocoon." Why are you back in your cocoon, aka being human? But it's okay since I know I'll always have you to protect me, so it's okay that I'm a monster? What the? No, it's not okay. You'll forever be depending on Big Bro. You that changes into a monster and shit. Are you serious? They hug because, oh, I guess. Cut to school, a chalkboard that says, "Which is a dream, which is real." I don't see the relevance to this. Who even wrote that? We cut to the gym and we see little sis eating Big Bro again. Lots of shit stains flowing out. Censored part, more chewing sounds, more moaning, more chewing. He thinks, oh god. I love the look little sis gets on her face when she's done eating. Her cheeks are flushed and healthy, and her calm expression makes her look mature. It's not so bad getting eaten by her. Damn, that's just gross. Cut to a teddy bear which falls, then cut to 2 teddy bears, and we see that Big Bro doesn't mind this kind of life. After delivering what's supposed to be a wholesome narration, I think, she says, "So delicious." Then the episode ends. I honestly don't go out of my way to listen to the ending song. It's not a bad song, it's just the opening song is such a banger, way better than the outro. Last episode, then we'll finally be done with this, boys. Episode 12, we see a little sis younger. Oh, a flashback episode? Why do people do this kind of thing? After going through every horrible shit from episode 1 to episode 11 and seeing what kind of people they are and have cemented them to be one of the most horrific things to have exist, we then see a cute wholesome episode of them in the past? It's too late for anyone to give a shit about anyone in this anime. This is also what they did in Corpse Party. While the cast are acting like jackasses in the main chapters, once one of them dies, then we're given a scene in the extra chapters where they were hopeful before all of this. It's too late for me to care for these people since they're all fucking idiots and have done idiotic fucking things. Maybe if you started with them showing who they were first before this horrible thing happened, maybe I would have given a single speck of shit. The episode begins with young little sis crying because Mr. Bear got a boo-boo. Young Big Bro takes her to a toy store, but teddy bears are expensive. He's like, "But I want to repay her for the hairpin." Oh, so sometime in the past, young little sis gave him that hairpin, and he's been wearing that before shit hit the fan? Someone once gave me a hairpin. It deteriorated after months, so how did he manage to keep it looking good and new? Nah, whatever. He only has 200 yen, which is $1.34, according to the economy for now. Then Pink Guy calls for the 2. He gives them a lottery ticket, and the first prize is a giant teddy bear. Predictably, they didn't win. Young Big Bro is like, "Please, one more time." Lottery guy is like, "Nope, 1 try per ticket. Life ain't fair." It gives them a consolation prize though. Then it says, "Learning to compromise is a big step toward growing up." Yeah, crush their childhood innocence and wonder. Then some friend gives them their ticket. He's like, "You better win." Dude, this is pure luck. There's no guarantee unless it was rigged from the start. Young Big Bro tries again and fails. Well, if you got an issue, here's a tissue. They give him another ticket and another where all 2 tries fails. They even compliment him that losing this much takes talent. Now young Big Bro is super determined to win, even though the odds don't change at all. One final try and he gets the 7th prize, a hairpin. Young Big Bro is like, "Sorry, but this is all I got." She's like, "How cute, is that for me?" He's like, what about the bear? She's like, Mr. Bear is hurt, but he's still here. Put that thing on me. Oh, so that explains her hairpin she's worn since the beginning. So the Japanese have invented hairpins that can last decades, even centuries. Oh, look at that. How wholesome. Everybody's like, whoa. She's like, a present from Big Bro. I'll take good care of it. And they took care of their hairpins before things became fucked up. The end. That was really something. If they changed episode 12 and instead it was episode 1, maybe I could have cared and had a basic idea how close they are instead of convincing myself that they're close simply because they're siblings. In the manga, there's a lot more explained, such as in chapter 2. It explains why she was in the middle of the crowd in episode 3. Her friends invited her out and she runs away from them until she reached that part in episode 3 because she was feeling hungry. In chapter 4, someone informs Hot Hat and Big Bro that Little Sis was about to become a monster again, and that explains why Big Bro knew where to look for her. Hot Hat also gives Big Bro anti-pupa medicine, which can prevent transformation instantly, but the medicine alone won't work, and Little Sis has to take the medicine and eat Big Bro for the anti-pupa medicine to suppress her monster form. So I'm guessing Little Sis isn't the first of her kind, which makes sense since we see that other monster in episode 7. The manga also has their friends and dad getting involved, which the anime lacks. In chapter 7, someone helps Little Sis escape her chains, unlike in episode 9, she gets free on her own. That someone also told her to go to the light and to not go into the darkness, a clear indicator that Little Sis is given the choice to either walk this path or this other fucked up path. She chooses to go into the darkness because that's where Big Bro's screams are coming from. I also like chapter 11.5 where we finally see Big Bro scared, probably traumatized, but is fighting that fear from being eaten alive, because no one with a mind that works normally would ever get used to being eaten alive like it's no big thing. There's so much more things happening in the manga. While I was reading it, I was like, oh, so that explains that explains this. Wow, this really explores the anal walls of this shithole. I was actually disturbed, not in a way where I physically looked away. I was disturbed up front, all eyes on the manga, by seeing how much more fucked up this was going to be. It was entertaining in a B-movie kind of way though. The manga is definitely better than the anime. I think I understand why people hate this anime apart from the poor writing, underdeveloped characters, and stuff that just happens out of nowhere. I hate how I gave into my curiosity to watch this shit show. It's like being pranked into watching a Serbian film. The studio was the trusted friend that dared us to watch Pupa because if we don't, they will be made fun of and have small dicks. We watched the anime and they watched the world burn, and burn it did because look at those reviews. This anime is like getting rickrolled, but instead of getting a hated song to becoming secretly beloved until you finally openly admit that Never Gonna Give You Up was always an awesome song. We're given a car crash shit anime that knows its shit and rolls around in its shit, and it's hard to look away from a dumpster car crash that is this anime.